What's good, y'all? I'm about to react to this Cosmic Wonder, Avengers Doomsday, new X-Men details, Doom takes Cerebro. Okay, let's see what Dr. Doom got the plans. Give us the news, Cosmic Wonder.
Avengers Doomsday just finished filming, and Marvel Studios went in through a huge party for the cast and crew called House of Doom. And based on the photos and the videos that we've seen here, it looks like it was a pretty fun and pretty wild party. They even had a holographic light displayed Dr. Doom that danced the entire time, and he is wearing a different suit than we've seen him in recently. They also showed us some photos of characters like Herbie, confirming that Herbie is indeed going to be in Avengers Doomsday, which I don't think anybody really doubted. He goes on the ship with them to Earth 616. But then we have this photo right here. A mysterious figure wearing Cerebro, Professor X's Cerebro from the X-Men universe. A lot of people are wondering who this is. I have a theory about that, but I think the main point here is actually that Cerebro is in the movie. And I don't think it's really going to be focused on Professor X using Cerebro, but rather Dr. Doom. I think this is actually going to be a part of his plan. So let's get into it. Now, I've seen a few people...
I ain't gonna lie, seeing Dr. Doom dance like that, that kind of looks suspicious. Like, oh man, they could finna make a comedy out of this movie, man. Even though they had did for like some past MCU projects that I was not very pleased with, but it is what it is, man. Cerebro, okay. I ain't gonna lie, he looked crazy with that helmet on him like that. That Professor X mind helmet on. I ain't gonna lie, it look crazy.
That this kind of looks like Robert Downey Jr. I can see it a little bit, and although I do think that Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom is going to use Cerebro, and I do believe that he's actually going to modify it, but I don't think this is Robert Downey Jr. in this photo. I simply think that this is just one of the crew members. If you look at all of the other pictures that have been...
Yeah, you could tell how his head was shaped. Nah. Robert Downey Jr. don't got no big head like he
shared online from this massive rap party. All of the pictures seem to be of the cast and crew, and the displays that are showing these images seem to be digital displays. It looks like they're probably rotating different images of different crew members. So I'm pretty sure that this person here wearing Cerebro was just somebody who worked on the scenes with Cerebro, probably helped design this new Cerebro for Avengers Doomsday. But we have now seen Cerebro, which means it's going to be in the movie. And if you're not aware of what Cerebro is, it's basically a super advanced computer created by Professor X to be able to locate mutants on Earth. Their powers have to already have been activated, so they can't locate dormant mutants. But if their powers are activated and they're on the planet, you can find them anywhere. Now, originally, I think when we see the X-Men in the X-Men universe, they're probably going to try and locate some of Monica Rambeau's friends, people like Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, Kamala Khan, Nick Fury. And ultimately, that scene is going to show us, yes, you truly are in a different universe. They pretty much...
I ain't gonna lie, I know we're supposed to be getting like a novel like chair cast that we're supposed to be getting. I think it's supposed to be like this week we're supposed to be getting that. But maybe she gonna have her like her own like team or whatever. I'm trying to figure out who's gonna be this next cast. Shit, it gotta be like if Spider-Man could have like his own squad or somebody that's bigger. Cause Spider-Man really is not in like the cast that they showed earlier. They just showed like whole Dr. Doom squad, so I don't know what's up with that though. But hey, she gonna have her own squad too. But like majority, like other like the bigger names. But she really kind of like ain't no bigger name, like no bigger like super that we seen like over the years. We just seen her in WandaVision and the Marvels, which WandaVision was way better than the Marvels movie whatever was. Hey, okay, it's kind of plot twisting going on with this Avengers Doomsday movie.
Already know that, but I'm sure Professor X is going to use Cerebro to make sure. This is also a great opportunity to give us variants of these other characters. If there is a Captain Marvel in that universe, we could see her variant. The same thing goes for Nick Fury or anybody else they might look up. Now, typically it is restricted to just the Earth, not the multiverse. However, it has been modified before, and I believe that's what what Doctor Doom is going to do with it, because based on what we know about Doctor Doom and what he is trying to do right now with the multiverse, he is trying to track down people who have caused incursions. And it's basically already been confirmed by Marvel themselves via that Doctor Doom light show that we got at that Chinese marketing expo, that Doom is going to be a very powerful sorcerer. But let's not forget that he is also a genius, and he clearly knows how to travel the multiverse when we get to him in Avengers Doomsday. So I believe that using a combination of him being a genius and his multiversal technology that he's already developed, combined with his sorcery, he is going to make a multiversal Cerebro. He'll then start using this to track down not mutants, but basically anybody who is causing trouble for the multiverse. Again, he would have to really modify this because it's supposed to just detect mutant brainwaves, but Doctor Doom could definitely do it. It also normally takes a telepath to access Cerebro and use it. But again, this is Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom isn't a telepath, but he has created devices that allow him to hypnotize or manipulate people's minds, and he can even resist powerful telepaths himself. So again, with a combination of magic, his intellect, and multiversal technology, I believe he can and will use Cerebro. This does also offer another explanation of a scene that we know is going to happen. Doctor Doom goes and he attacks the X-Mansion. And actually, to my point of Doctor Doom using his own technology to kind of hack Cerebro, we know, based on leaked set photos, that he hacks Sentinels and uses them to attack the X-Mansion. Now, like I mentioned, we know Doom wants to go and track down people who have caused incursions, which is kind of originally why we thought he was attacking the X-Mansion, because Monica Rambeau is there. So he might be trying to get rid of her because right now, based on what we've heard from insiders and based on multiversal rules that Marvel has literally told us in the movies, Monica Rambeau being there is destabilizing that universe, and it's causing it to go into a collision course with the universe that Monica is from, our universe, Earth 616, and apparently it's going to kind of hit some other universes on its way to us, according to recent insider reports. So Doom wanting Monica does make sense. Perhaps he does go and attack the X-Mansion to get to Monica, and the X-Men try to defend her, and in the process he happens to destroy the X-Mansion because we have seen a lot of destruction on the set, and in that destruction he happens upon Cerebro. Now the opposite could be true as well. He goes there for Cerebro and he happens upon Monica. But either way, I think the biggest takeaway from this scene is going to be, well, really two things. One, Doctor Doom is incredibly powerful. If he goes to that universe and he takes on the X-Men, which based on everything we've seen from the set, he does, then that'll show us how strong Doctor Doom actually is, which is desperately needed in this movie because the casual audience, they have no idea who Doom is. Sure, maybe they've seen him in passing in a comic book here or
yeah, I really don't know how powerful Doom is, but they always show he was weaker in like the older Fantastic Four films though. That 015 one, I felt like he was stronger. He was the stronger Doctor Doom I've seen lately. It was like he had like a whole mind, like a mind power he had with Doctor Doom, and just how his appearance was. It's just like something about that Doctor Doom from 015 was just powerful to me. Instead from like the 0507 Doctor Doom, they made him weaker though. But hey, I want to see how powerful can he get. Can he get to that ultra power, like DBZ, like type power? Can he get to that super Saiyan of a Doctor Doom? That's what I want to see. I want to see all the power they put into this, man. All the power these characters can be. If they can reach that super Saiyan
there. Maybe
level.
they saw the old Fantastic Four movies, but I really hope for, and it really sounds like Doom is going to be portrayed the correct way in Avengers Doomsday. So they're going to need to know why this guy is the big bad. Is he stronger than Thanos? Is he stronger than that King guy that Marvel was introducing? Marvel needs to show that. Marvel needs to make sure people see him as a real, actual threat. So showing him defeat the X-Men is a great way to do that. But two, it gives him Cerebro. I think that's going to be a big reason why we get this scene. He walks away with Cerebro. Now he can track down, again, modifying Cerebro, he can track down basically anybody he wants. That's how he finds out where Steve Rogers is. The recent reports tell us that Doctor Doom goes and tries to track down Steve Rogers because he caused an incursion by what he did at the end of Avengers Endgame, going back in time and staying with Peggy Carter. The reports that we've been hearing about Doctor Doom are that he is indeed going throughout the multiverse trying to kill everybody who's causing incursions. Cerebro could be how he finds them. And I also think that Doctor Doom is going to dismantle Cerebro in a way and kind of infuse it with his own armor, perhaps infuse it with his mask and helmet. This could actually be how he protects himself from other telepaths, especially since Professor X is going to be in this movie. We could get Jean Grey. Basically, this is how he could protect himself from
the perfect Jean Grey actor who would portray that, Sadie Sink. They said she gonna be in this Spider-Man movie, like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. She's supposed to be his daughter, I guess. How they gonna put her in that movie? But nah, she need to be cast as Jean Grey. Boy, she looks good as a younger Jean Grey to me. It just, man, it looks so nice. And she got that red hair to go with Jean Grey. No, Jean Grey got that red hair, that redness to her. I ain't gonna lie. Even though I thought the last actor for Jean Grey, she was from Game of Thrones, Sansa Stark. Her, yeah, she was pretty good as Jean Grey too. But I think Sadie Sink would be a pretty good addition to the newer cast of X-Men, like put her as Jean Grey.
Very powerful telepaths, and at the same time, it perhaps might give him some telepathy, something that he doesn't have naturally. He can use his magic to do certain things, like controlling things and using telekinesis, but he doesn't naturally have that. He's not a psychic. It's his magic that he uses to do most of that stuff. But it sounds like Marvel is kind of going to retcon Kang's story into Doom's story, which would probably mean that Doom is actually the person who created the 10 rings and Kamala Khan's bangles. So clearly, if that is the case, he has the technology and the brain and the sorcery to create magical and scientific weapons. That's what the bangles are, that's what the 10 rings are, and that's something that he could do with Cerebro, making him even more powerful. And perhaps that's kind of how we get to see Robert Downey Jr.'s face. Now, Doctor Doom doesn't really take off his mask a lot. He hates the scars on his face, so the mask never comes off. But you're not paying Robert Downey Jr. over $100 million to return for these two Avengers films for him not to show his face. So perhaps they realize that Doctor Doom is so powerful because
they probably give him more money than he was with Tony Stark and Iron Man. $200 million to come back and play Doctor Doom. Just to play a character that we really don't see him as. We see him more like Tony Stark and Iron Man. But Doctor Doom, like, huh? That makes no sense, though. But I ain't gonna lie, when they showed RDJ as Doctor Doom at like some Comic-Con, everybody got up on their feet like they know what's up. I really did not know what they was doing. That like, RDJ as Doctor Doom, what is they making of that? That makes no sense. Maybe it must be in the comics because I don't read comics. I just look at I just type in the Google and then I just type in whatever, like comic, and it just like pop up the whole title, the whole book of the comic. I just look at it like, huh. So that's how they made that whole show out of like a comic. Just seeing the whole title, just seeing the whole front of the book, just I'm like, okay, all right, okay, that's what it is. So. Man, that's how they gonna do this, man.
Of his armor because of his mask, and that's the goal, to try and get the mask off of Doctor Doom. That way, he won't have super strong telepathy powers if he does it.
Maybe they making like how they try to get Thanos' gauntlet off his fist. That's how they gonna do this. Okay.
Infuse Cerebro with it, but also he can't block telepathy powers with it as well. If they go that route. In the comics, he does make his armor able to block telepathy and telekinesis. So I do think there's a pretty decent chance that Doctor Doom weaponizes Cerebro. Either way, I do think he uses it to find these people in the multiverse that have caused incursions. And I do believe he simply takes it forcefully from Professor X and the X-Men in that X-Men scene that we've been seeing the leaked photos for. So things are getting really exciting. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below, and let me know how excited you are for Avengers Doomsday. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. And you can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
Woof woof. That was a good video, Cosmic Monitor. That was pretty good. Just see what's about to go on in this movie though. I'm kind of interested now. It's kind of interesting how they gonna do this. But man, having RDJ as Doctor Doom, it's just kind of just weird to me. Cause I always seem like a Tony Stark and Iron Man all day, every day. But man, that'd be wild if they could like have RDJ Doctor Doom versus RDJ Iron Man. Like have them two together. That would be crazy. Or have them like team up together. That'd be crazy though, man. But it is what it is they can do with this movie. They can do anything with this movie right now. Cause MCU really don't got no control. It's like no type of storyline that's like continuing. But I feel like Spider-Man has to be the starting point since it's like the rebirth of the like I guess a whole new universe. Cause Spider-Man don't know nobody, so can't wait how they do that movie. They say it's the best Spider-Man movie they making right now. Hey, let's see what they do with it. And let's see how they do Spider-Man Brand New Day and put it into Avengers Doomsday and see how that just controls the MCU right now. Because we really need the MCU back on track right now. We really need it. But hey, man, run the views up and I'll see y'all later. Peace.